Hi everybody, welcome to another video. It's State of Play. Yes, it's the end of November 2018 as I speak, and I've reached over 300 subscribers as I speak. Now normally I get around to saying I've reached over 100 or so just a few days later. I left it a little late this time. Normally I'll wait until I'm about 10 above or wherever, because I've seen that other channels go like, we've reached 10,000, and then the next day, we've reached 9,955. So this sort of level is like, wait a little bit. This time I waited too long. Apparently I've nearly, have I? 340-ish? Below or above? Doesn't really matter. But over 300, so thank you very much. Thank you. There you are. That's the proper way to say it. Thank you very much. Hopefully we can continue growing together, or we might have a big, huge contraction at some stage. I don't know if anybody's heard, but the European Union is about to blow up the internet. Article 13, look it up. The EU has decided to do something about copyright control on the internet. They've basically decided they're going to be like China. They're not going to be sensible about this. They're going to destroy the internet. Whether it all happens, whether things go as they expect, whether they drop it quickly, nothing really happens quickly in the EU, I don't know. But this is going to affect not just people in Europe, but people everywhere. Article 13 is all about controlling copyright online. But there are certain elements to it that will basically crash and burn everything. So if you're in Europe, especially, look it up. Get in touch with your MEP and tell them what a stupid idea this is. Especially if you have channels as well, or there are specific channels you really love. A channel like this probably will be affected. People will say, wait a minute, you're not going to be in the you're in the UK, you're leaving. Well, one, we haven't left yet. Two, our government likes anything that can control the internet. Likes anything that controls the population, likes anything that big business can give money to them for about. And that's part of what this whole article and whole remit is about. Big business, the newspapers especially, but also record labels and all that sort of stuff, are all clamouring to try and stop things like this, and things like commentary and things where people share newspaper information and things like that, and talk about it. They want that gone, because people are watching those more, people are listening to those more, people are reading those more than the actual papers themselves, because the papers themselves have one point of view, and other people have other points of view, and can actually pick apart what they say. They don't like that. Governments don't like that because it undermines their control. The newspapers don't like that because they are seeing declining sales, because a lot of them aren't telling the whole truth about things. So, and major mass media, movies, news outlets are also in the same sort of boat. Record labels as well think that things like this are sharing things illegally, etc. But it's not peer-to-peer is sharing things illegally. Stuff like this is really just sharing things that are already out there, so that people can make a decision on whether they're going to be more invested in that band and that music. It works for the artists, but apparently not for the labels. So the other thing about this article is the link tax. The link tax, stupidest idea in the world. Every time somebody links an article, a video, or anything that's copyrighted, because all of it is just a link, then things like Google, Facebook, etc. will be charged a tax. Every link. They haven't thought it through at all. None of them have. Even the people in the big news media outlets, they think, well, they probably have, they probably think, oh, people can't link to that anymore, they will have to come straight to us to look at stuff. They just won't. That just won't happen. Fake news will become the big thing, because fake news outlets will be like, yeah, link with us, link with us. Politicians don't want you to link to things because you might find out things. Newspaper outlets want you to link straight to them, and they're all so stupid they don't think that it'll all just collapse on itself. But hey. So, from that downer, let's just carry on with this state of play. Will this channel survive? Who knows? It might be that if for a while I might be able to survive by, sinking. Not singing, but sinking. That means watching a video, reacting to it, and blocking it out completely. The intro, then it's like, that's what I do most of the time anyway. It's just you won't see it. You'd have to click on another thing, click on the other link. It'll be within YouTube, so it won't cost anything. Amazing. You watch it along with me on a separate thing, and then we talk about it afterwards, or you just skip to the end. That might be the future. I'm going to go on with what I'm doing so far until eventually I can't do it anymore anyway. I'm also going to be, I've said this in the past, I keep meaning to do it, I'm going to start hammering out more reviews because I like talking about music as well. I like talking about albums I've got, I like talking about albums I'm discovering. So why not? Why not upset people with album reviews? It means that some people might disappear on the wayside. Just as people are joining, I'm saying, oh, you're going to go away. Anything, I don't know what's going to happen. Nobody knows what's going to happen. But it is going to be crap when it happens. And on to better things. Right. Every month, what I want to do is just to mention any bands that I've discovered thanks to you wonderful people and this wonderful channel that I'm doing. And this month there's two bands that I really have started to get heavily into. Well, wanted to listen to, not heavily into as I've got loads of stuff by them, but I've gone like, you know what, I'm going to listen to loads more of these. One is Wagaki Band, Japanese folk craziness, it's brilliant. I've listened to two songs, one song's just blown me away, the other song was difficult to get into at first, but then got really into it, partly because it was a live thing and it didn't quite hit the power end of my my eardrums. I was going like, give me more power! But both of them really well put together, really interesting. I've got plenty of suggestions to listen to more, so thank you for that. The other one, Cellar Darling. What a darling. Listened to 3 songs by them so far, all of them are brilliant in their own ways. Ordered the album. Even though their new album's out next year, I've ordered the old album. Looking forward to grabbing that very soon. Honourable mentions have to go to groups I've only heard one song by, and I'll probably be mentioning them at the end of December as being the bands that I really love now, and I'm expecting it to be Winter Sun, Beast in Black, maybe Orden Ogan, although is it Orden Ogan? Orden. Oh, my mind's gone. Damn it. That's the perfect thing about doing things off the cuff. Forgot the bloody name. I've only heard one song by them. Loved it to bits. Nobody's really requested much of it. Nobody's really watched it. Watch it! Then give me a suggestion. Well, hopefully this video hasn't been a total downer with the EU looking to twat me and destroy everything you know. Basically, if I finish on a little downer, you'll just be left with American, Australian, whatever, those reactor group channels. So that might be fine for you. But your British ones will probably be gone. Your Dutch ones, Ruben Buy, I can't pronounce his last name. He's a cracking reactor. He does a hell of a lot. He'll be gone unless he does what I'm going to do, or unless he finds some way around it. All these reactor channels will be gone. All commentary channels will be gone. Everything will be gone. Write your MEP, email your MEP, go around and knock on their door, throw bricks at them, do whatever you can. And on that down note, again, hopefully we'll see you. Nothing will change for a few months yet. More like this. I'll see you very soon. Bye.